He did.
Oh, we're gonna see Tyler qualify, I guess. All right,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream. I am Lee Dark, and I'm joined right now by my colleague Jack Light. Jack.
Feels great to be here, Lee. Feels different to be at the table at the track instead of calling wrestling matches. But what can we say? Everything new.
It is a lot different. I gotta say, being up here in this this box.
It's air conditioned though.
Ooh, yeah, I do like that. And you know what the greatest part about this has been?
What?
No Clark, no Malenko, no Mason, no creepy crawly, no Isaac Irving, no. It has been nice and peaceful. Jack Light brought us donuts. Tyler, the guy running right now, for winning last week, he sent up what is this, Jack? What is this again?
This is qualifying.
Yeah, qualifying. But what did Tyler send us up? It's like a platter.
Yeah, barbecue platter.
Yeah, barbecue platter. And a bottle of Whiskey River.
Whiskey River, take my mind.
And he's qualifying here. We're looking at qualifying currently at the top of the qualifying. You got Alan Stryker in that 98 Logitech car.
It's like Tyler is qualified for 4th so far.
We got Tyler down there in 4th, last week's winner. Corey Gamble in 2nd here.
Might we add Tyler went pole to pole last week?
Yes,
Started
he did.
On the front, finished on the front.
Yes, he did. And then Triple C, who in the last bit of the race was one of the first people to have to pit. And what was supposed to be, if he did it right, 75 laps of fuel.
Yeah, a lot of the cars actually got to go the whole distance.
And we got Tyler Ferguson, who's coming in after that run. You got Christopher Rich, who maybe was already in. He might be going to the pits too.
Yeah, it looks like he's pitting.
All right. Is anybody else still on the track? Chronix High, the brother of Triple C. I think everybody might be done here.
I think qualifying is completely done.
The new people on the track today, Alan Stryker, Ryan Chess, Joseph Robinson in that 69 car.
Ryan Chess did not get a good start for his first race.
No, he did not. Down there with one of the men that did good in practice, but apparently did not do good in qualifying there.
Brett Aldridge did crush his time in practice, but I guess he spent his good times at practice and didn't do so good on qualifying.
Yeah, and then ladies and gentlemen, looks like filling in for Tia Clark in that number 18 car. We got Jay Fatal, who is also going to be there at the back of the pack.
Lee, I don't know if you noticed this, but we had a whole lot of 21-second laps in practice, but none in qualifying.
Well, I guess we're going to move on to the race now.
And so our front 5 will be Alan Stryker on the pole, Corey Gamble on the outside.
Line up on the inside. Pit road is closed.
Tyler Ferguson.
All right, guys, look at this. We are in. We got Alan Stryker on the pole.
Corey Gamble to his outside.
And then in that second row, Triple C and Tyler Ferguson.
Then we've got Christopher Rich and Chronix High behind them.
And then we got Thomas Daniels in that 74 car, brand new to today, along with the pole leader, Alan Stryker. Then we got Sophie Raydog in the 24.
We've got the 57 of Bruno and the 420 of The Bean.
And then followed by 7 Blaze and 5 of Aaron Aldridge.
We've got the 387 of Venom and the 69 of Joseph Robinson.
And then back behind that, we got the 55 of Barry Stern Parts Jr. and the 15 of Billy Ray Dog.
And then we've got Jay Fatal driving the 18 that is part-time Tia Clark's car, and the number 8 of Brett Aldridge, the partner of number 21 Tyler Ferguson.
And then there in the back, you got the 99 of Ryan Chess and the 00 Ned Ray Dog. As we get ready to come to the line, we're going to go back up to our leader and follow around that pace car.
Lee, you want to know what one of my favorite moments I've ever seen in the actual NASCAR race with a pace car?
Green, green, green.
Yeah, I want to know, but we are going green, and look at that lead by Corey Gamble.
Corey Gamble off to a hot start. It doesn't look like Tyler got much of a push on that top line, but Gamble was off running by himself away from the pack.
Corey Gamble definitely took off from the pack. Everybody getting jumbled up back there. We got to get back to the back of the pack and take a look at this. Look at everybody lining up back here.
This is where we're starting to see the actual racing. It looks like Tyler Ferguson fell to the outside lane, so he's steadily falling back with no push.
And everybody's getting caught up on each other back there in the back of the pack. Let's see how Venom's doing in that 387 car. Was 25 last week, changed the number. And look at,
he felt like going with a bigger number.
Look, Tyler Ferguson falling back. Number 5 of Aaron Aldridge way back there. We're gonna have us a good race. Corey Gamble still got that lead.
What do you think, Lee? You think we might see another one go pole to pole this week?
I don't know. The 98 of Alan Stryker is right back there, but look at that lead that Corey Gamble is putting on.
Corey Gamble is really running off, but he has to watch himself. He has to pace himself so he doesn't have to pit early for gas.
Gas is going to be a big problem. Let's go ahead and go back to the next two. Fighting for second and third, you got Triple C in that 6 Ford Suave men car. And then right behind him, the pole winner of Alan Stryker in that 98 Logitech.
Yeah, it looks like the seam to run going in and out of the corners is keeping it real tight against the corner.
Oh, they're catching the leader.
Slowly but surely.
Let's go ahead and take a look right behind them. We got that 59 car, Hellman's of Christopher Rich, who I guess money can't buy you everything, but it sure could get you up in the top 4. Right behind him, currently, we got Thomas Daniels, Chronix High, and then Blaze in 5th, 6th, and 7th.
And this is where we're going to have some tight racing. As of right now, we don't have it in the front, but as everyone says always, the best racing you're going to see is for like 5th, 6th, 7th places.
We see some people changing spots. Let's go check on last week's pole winner and race winner, Tyler Ferguson, who...
he is not doing so hot.
He's a little wobbly today. The 55 of Barry Stern Parts to his inside, and the team owner and teammate of the 387 right behind Tyler.
Yeah, the Tyler's teammate could pay out to help him a little bit here, but we'll see if that comes into play later in the race.
Oh yeah, it looks like Ferguson Motorsports.
Yeah, Ferguson Motorsports. Tyler driving the 21.
Oh, look at that, the 3 wide.
Venom kind of not in a situation where he's going to get any help here considering who he's between.
And the 18 of Jay Fatal to the inside of Venom.
And Aldridge makes the move past Venom as Tyler falls back.
Let's go check on the leader right now, who was getting gained on, but it looks like he's took back off from the pack.
Yeah, he is comfortable with his lead this week. He has got a very good car this week. From what I heard from his pit crew, they're real confident how that car is handling this week, and they really believe that he has a chance to win.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, last week fuel was supposed to get you all the way to the end. This week, I hear they did some fuel changes, and we might see some pit stops.
I think we're going to see a couple pit stops, and that's really going to shake things up. And it's also, you're going to have to watch your wear and tear on your tires this week as well. Because from what I've heard, this track is a little bit warm, which means it's going to slick those tires up.
We are in Florida today for this race.
But it doesn't look like Corey Gamble is too worried about his situation right now. He is just coasting around the track.
Corey Gamble just absolutely taking off from the pack. And up next is Triple C in that 6 car, who is starting to gain on him a little bit in the corners, but Gamble just takes off in them straightaways. We got Alan Stryker, who was the pole winner, and he's side by side with Christopher Rich right now.
And they are going neck and neck right now.
And then up next, we got Thomas Daniels in 5th place, who's just coasting there. Right behind him, you got Chronix. And then Blaze still chilling out there in, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7th place?
In 7th place.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, sorry, still new to this. Barry Sternpart's there in 8th, but he's fighting with the Bean, who led most of the race last week.
And then we have the number 8 of Brett Aldridge fighting with him as well.
He is definitely there and fighting along the pack.
Having a better week this week.
Where our last week's winner back here in the way back.
Not having a good time.
And then you got Aaron Aldridge, who his teammate, or he's the owner, so his other driver, Triple C in the 6 car up there in the lead, but he can't seem to get that 5 car to go.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like his car is clicking very well for him.
I've heard a little bit over the radio. They've been discussing the car, and it just doesn't seem like it's packing on anything to really get him through the pack. So
it looks like he's kind of tight going into the corners.
We'll have to see how that expires later on. And then first race ever, Joseph Robinson in that 69, and he seems to just be kind of putting on some blocks on Aaron Aldridge anyway back there.
Yeah, he's just kind of making things difficult for Aldridge. He's just getting a feel for the car.
And we got Billy Raydog in that 15 car quest, and it seems to be back there at the back of the pack. We're 3 wide at the back as Joseph Robinson falls to the inside. We'll have to see what expires later, but let's go ahead and go check on our leader, who is
still comfortably in the lead.
Comfortably in lead. He seems to be coming up on them back cars.
Yeah, it looks like we're about to have some lap car situations, which might actually slow him down a bit. Especially if it's the 5 car with a 6 gaining on it. This Triple C is slowly closing that gap. But as I was saying at the beginning of the race, Lee, one of my favorite things I've seen to do with the pace car in an actual NASCAR race, for those of you who watch, there was a race that Richard Petty got to drive his old car to pace to go out as a pace car, and he got flat flagged because he stayed out 2 to 3 laps too long just to lead a couple laps. Just because he didn't want to get off the track, and that is one of my favorite moments just because I thought it was fun.
You got to give credit to the king where credit is due, and we are still live here. We're 24 laps in to a 75 lap race. We got Corey Gamble with a hot lead, Triple C in 2nd place. You're looking at Christopher Rich in 3rd. We're going to look at who's in 4th place, who is still a little far back, but he's maybe gaining on Rich. There is the pole winner of Alan Stryker, and then right behind him, Chronix High in 5th place.
You got to be wondering when the pit is going to come into play.
It's got to be soon. If the officials went through with the edits on the cars, and it all got officiated and passed and Everybody
Look at
agreed.
Triple C closing that gap on Corey Gamble.
Uh-oh.
We might have a lead change here soon.
Well, this was the time to flip back to the lead as Gamble's losing that lead by quite a bit.
Triple C is slowly closing the gap in on him. He's really gaining on him going into those corners.
Corey Gamble might be in trouble here.
Every time he goes into the corner, Triple C gains about 1/10 of a second.
If Triple C catches that draft and gets up close, this could be bad news for the leader.
That's the thing, though. Corey is just far enough ahead in those straightaways that he's kind of breaking that draft that Triple C could catch. Because Triple C is not closing the gap on the straightaways. He's only going into the corner.
Corey Gamble definitely with a race-winning car tonight.
He's definitely got the best car on the track as of right now. I'm starting to wonder if we're going to see a wreck here soon.
Let's go ahead and check on the rest of the pack. We'll start with last week's pole to race winner, Tyler Ferguson.
Still not doing very well in the back of the pack.
Back of the pack, and we will go a little further back. Go check on Joseph Robinson, who seems to be fighting with Billy Ray Dog for last. And then we got Aaron Aldridge in front of him in that 5, who seems to be gaining on the pack. The car seems to be loosening up maybe here as we're getting into this race a little further, 31 laps in.
Yeah, that pit is going to come into play eventually. Right now, we're having a bunch of single line racing from what I'm seeing. We're not seeing very many moves.
Nope, a lot of single file racing at this. You know, I thought it was a short track,
Ryan
but
Chess making the move inside of Tyler Ferguson right now.
Look at Venom here trying to pass the inside of.
Venom is on the outside of the 57 car.
Outside of the 57 car, and 57 is Bruno. I don't know why it took me so long to figure that out.
Chess just overtook Tyler.
And then we're gonna go check on the person that led the most laps in last week's race, the Bean, who seems to be back here in 12th, just kind of coasting.
Yeah, we're kind of not seeing very many moves. We're just kind of the pack's getting separated.
Sophie Ray Dog here. And we got a single file line, 7, 8, and 55 there for 7th, 8th, and 9th.
You've got to be thinking Brett Aldridge is pleased with how his car is running this week compared to last week.
We're gonna go check on Alan Stryker, who's sitting right in front of Chronix. Thomas Daniels just a little further back than that. We're gonna go check on. Oh, Triple C's pitting.
Corey Gamble's still out on the track, isn't he?
Yep, but he might be pitting this time around. The leader is winning to the pits. Lap 36.
Takes the lead.
The leader in the pits, Rich, is going to take the lead. That is right. How long until he pits there, Jack?
I'm not sure how long it's going to be before he pits. I'm really interested to see if we ever get a yellow flag thrown here.
And people start to go to the pits. This is where things are going to get hectic. Alan Stryker in the pits. Corey Gamble going back out onto the track. Barry Sturd Parts Jr. in the pits. Chronix High just left the pits. Ned Raydog in the pits. Thomas Daniel leaves the pits. Everybody's pitting. Rich is going to get way left.
Billy Raydog almost got hit coming out of the pits.
Let's check on former race leader who is with Triple C neck and neck going around. If you want to see something, Jack, you just go ahead and tell me. Call it out, and I will get you to that camera spot as quick as I can.
Right now, I think this is the best racing we're going to see other than checking on the leader here and there.
Triple C
were
has
already
took
there.
the lead.
Let's check and see how Brett Aldridge is doing.
Brett Aldridge back there next to Barry Sternparts Jr. and I believe Sophie Raydog in that 24 car in 9th place. Let's go ahead and check on the rest of the pack. Last week's winner, Tyler Ferguson, back there in 16th, fighting with Aaron Aldridge, who looks like they maybe made some adjustments, but not enough to really get that car.
I think that's the first pass I've seen Tyler make this entire race so far.
And let's go back to the back. We got Bruno in last. Billy Raydog going to follow that. Joseph Robinson in that 69. And then
this is his first week, so he's still getting a feel for it.
And we got Venom, and this was a hard track to throw everybody into. Who knew what kind of racing we were going to get here tonight? Aaron Aldridge there in 16th. Ryan Chess going to be in 15th. Tyler Ferguson there in 14th.
In 14th.
The Bean in 13th. Jay Fatal in 12th. Ned Raydog right ahead that in 11th. And then you got Barry Sternparts Jr. in that 55 car in 10th. And then Sophie Raydog in the 24 and 9th. Brett Aldridge is chilling in 8th after that mix up from pitting.
Brett has really started to pull away from that tiny group he was just in.
And you got Blaze, who's still chilling in that 7 car in 7th place. Thomas Daniels holding 6 down. Alan Stryker in that 98 cars in 5th place. He was the pole winner today. Chronix Eye in that 710 is in 4th place. And then you got Christopher Rich in 3rd. Corey Gamble in 2nd, who's falling back to the race leader of Triple C, who seems to be catching the rest of the pack.
And those lap cars is going to come into play because they're going to slow down the leader eventually. Yeah, I think that's about to happen now.
We'll keep an eye on it as everything starts to mix up here as Triple C and Corey Gamble start to meet the back of the pack, and I believe that's the 57 of Bruno.
It is.
And Triple C's going to pass on the inside, leaving that 57 as Corey Gamble's problem.
And now he's coming up on the number 15 of Billy Raydog, as he looks like he was going to make an inside move, but he falls in line.
Well, you got to remember, Triple C is driving for Aldridge Racing in that 6 Ford Suave Min car, but he owns Fat Money Racing, and that's one of his cars right there in that 15.
It is, which is why it would be funny if Billy Raydog decided to block him instead of getting out of his line to run. Which so far it seems that's exactly what happened.
As Triple C is debating on what to do with this 15 car, you can see Corey Gamble passing on the outside of the 57 of Bruno. You got Joseph Robinson up here in that 69 car right ahead of Billy Raydog, and I can almost promise you Joseph Robinson is giving no favors here on the track, just like he does in the ring.
You have to think he's probably going to make things difficult for the race leader coming up on it. He's not going to give in easily. As Billy Raydog goes a lap down.
Billy Raydog. Oh! I thought he was going to wreck the leader.
Could you imagine that? Wrecking your team owner as he's the leader.
The 6 car is coming into some traffic now with his owner of that 5 car, Aaron Aldridge, and in the Wrangler 5 car, and then Joseph Robinson passing Aaron Aldridge.
As they're coming up onto the 387 of Venom. Let's go take a look at that 8 car of Brett Aldridge and see how he's doing. Comfortably out by himself in 8th place.
The 8 car chilling in 8th place with Corey Gamble coming up on some lap cars there in 2nd, trying to keep up with Triple C, and it looks like some blocks being thrown on that Corey Gamble 11 Junior Foundation car.
And you can bet he's not very happy about that.
And we're gonna go check on Rich, who's back here behind 57 of Bruno a little bit, not quite yet making it to the pack. Right behind him, Chronic Sai ready to take up any ground that might be
he can make up to get to third place.
Yep, he's hoping that someone makes a mistake up ahead of him. Alan Stryker quite a bit of ways back from that. Chilling in 5th place. A sad day for the pole winner, but still up there in the top 5, so maybe he can get back up there to the top. We got Thomas Daniels right behind him in that 74 car. Still, not sorry, I was gonna say still chilling there, but I believe he was up in 4th earlier, so falling back to 6th. And then
we're already on the 55th lap of this race.
Yes, 55 laps into this race. We've seen one pit at the 36 laps. So
I believe so.
So everyone, if they did it right, should make it, I believe. We're gonna go back to the leader here in a minute. We'll check on some of the guys back here. You got Sophie, Ned Ray Dog, and Barry Sternparts in 9th, 10th, and 11th. We'll go check on last week's race, most laps led.
It looks like last week's race winner is going to be the next one to get lapped.
Yeah, let's go check on him real quick. In that 21 car, Whiskey
is just
River.
Not having a good time this week.
Not having a good time. And then right behind him, Aaron Aldridge, who back there with Joseph Robinson and everybody behind him. Corey Gamble having a hard time with that pack as Triple C has took quite a lead. Yeah,
he's just running away. Might I add, we have not had any cautions so far this week.
Now it's been some nice racing, although people are starting to get a little loose back there.
The caution could make things interesting for a complete restart.
Definitely
but so far
could.
from what we've seen, it doesn't look like we're going to get one.
You know, a lot of practice before this was allowed to be official was done, as that 6 car starts to gain on last week's pole to race winner, Tyler Ferguson.
His car is just not linking up on this track the way it did last week in Atlanta.
Let's go check on Corey Gamble, who is still having a hard time with these cars in the back of the pack.
He just cannot get by them.
The man that had what I would arguably say the car to beat tonight, and looks like he's going to be held up by lapped traffic.
And you have to think that number 5 of Aaron Aldridge isn't going to get out of his way either, knowing who's in the lead.
Hell no, tonight's a good amount of money for that team right there.
It really is. And coming off of last week with not only Tyler Ferguson taking the win, but also taking that pole bonus. That was a good financial week for Ferguson Motorsports as well.
As Corey Gamble is finally starting to get around some of these cars. He got around the car that you for sure was giving him probably most of the problems here. If it not, it's going to be that number 5 of Aaron Aldridge, who's gonna definitely probably throw in some blocks. You got Rich back here, who is gotten passed up by Chronix High for 3rd place, who seems to have a good car tonight.
We'll see if he has any trouble with these lap cars that's in his way.
And for those of you who don't know who that is the brother to Triple C. Triple C has many brothers. But that is, yeah, that's his brother in that.
We have 9 laps to go, by the way, Lee.
Owner of, I don't know, IDK Racing.
We have 9 laps to go left in this race.
9 laps to go. Let's get back and check on the leader, who still has not caught Tyler Ferguson. Tyler Ferguson really trying not to go a lap down here, I think. And let's go check on some other people in this race.
I think it's about to fall to the wayside because he's starting to gain on it, though.
Alan Strike there, who was pole winner back there in 5th. Thomas Daniels behind him in 6th. You got Blaze back there in 7th. We're going to go a little faster. Brett Aldridge is still in 8th. Sophie Raydog in 9th. You got Barry Sternparts in 10th. Ned Raydog in 11th. The Beans in 12th. You got Ryan Chess in 13th there. And right behind him is Jay Fatal in that 18 car.
It looks like he's about to make a move.
Tyler Ferguson, who's about to get passed maybe before the end of this race.
He is fighting to stay on the lead lap.
And we got Venom right there behind Tyler Ferguson, who was the last one to go a lap down. Aaron Aldridge behind him, who is just not having a good night. Joseph Robinson, who just got passed up by Corey Gamble, it looked like. Finally, Corey Gamble getting around some of these cars. Billy Raydog there in 19th, and Bruno in last, who is throwing some blocks on Chronic's Highest. We get back to the leader for 5 laps to go.
Looks like he's about to put Tyler 1 lap down, though. So after this one, it looks like Ferguson Motorsports is going to have to go back to the drawing board of how they want their cars to run.
Yeah, this track definitely threw a wrench, I think, in a lot of people's setups and game plan, as we've seen tonight with Corey Gamble just having the car to beat, but out of nowhere, the number 6 of Aldridge Racing Suave Min car seems to be the lead. He's going for the outside of Tyler Ferguson, but not enough. Man, what a race this would be if they would wreck
like
right here.
Get him right here, though. And he does.
Puts Tyler Ferguson a lap down. Oh, Tyler Ferguson gonna poke his nose, but there goes Triple C taking off.
Looks like Tyler Ferguson is going to make the outside move.
Oh, Triple C has to pit with 2 laps left. Triple C has to pit with 2 laps left. Corey Gamble takes the lead.
That is a crazy move with 2 laps left to go. That's going to give Corey Gamble the win.
I'm getting word that he was out of gas.
That is going to give Corey Gamble the win this week.
Corey Gamble, 74 laps. He's crossed the line last lap. White flag is waving. Checkered flag next time by. Corey Gamble in the lead. Chronic's High in 2nd. Christopher Rich there in 3rd. And that put Tyler Ferguson and Venom back on the lead lap. Oh, Corey Gamble had to pit. Corey Gamble had to pit. Corey Gamble had to pit. Chronic's High takes the checkered flag.
What a ending to this race.
Wow.
What an ending to this race.
Corey Gamble ran out of gas, tried to push it, fell down to the apron, and took 5th place going in pits. Oh, Brett Aldridge getting up there and congratulating the race winner. I didn't know they knew each other. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Brett Aldridge fell back to 18th at the end.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of shakeup there as we look over the race card. Congratulations to Chronic Side. 2nd place, Christopher Rich. 3rd place is Alan Stryker. Blaze got 4th. Corey Gamble ended up taking 5th. Barry Sternparts Jr. got 6th. Ned Raydog in 7th. The Bean in 8th. You got Ryan Chest in 9th. Jay Fatal ended up taking 10th. Good job, Jay Fatal. Triple C there in 11th. After
look what happened to Tyler Ferguson and Venom jumping up to 12th and 13th right at the dead end.
Way to go, everybody in this race. Sophie Raydog in 14th. Aaron Aldridge there in 15th. Joseph Robinson in 16th. Billy Raydog got 17th. Brett Aldridge ended up in 18th. Bruno in 19th. You have to be
thinking he can't be very happy about that finish either.
No, a lot of people probably not happy with how things turned out here tonight. What a race. That was crazy. Absolutely nuts. And I think that's the Bean still running the track there. Happy with her
It's in
8th place.
Brett Aldridge went position to position. He qualified for 18th.
Unbelievable. What a race. Congratulations to Chronix High and that IDK racing team. And guys, we'll see you next week.